Hi there, hi. I've come live in the group today because this is a bit of a harsh reality in the coaching space, okay? This is a reality check and I want you to listen all the way through because I've had 17 sales calls this week alone. And I'm telling you now, I've been in the coaching space for 20 years and I'm always learning about my ideal client. But even this week alone, I've learned so much about who I want to help. Now, who do I want to help? I want to help those people, those coaches who are a mirror image of myself, a mirror image of my former self, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, after all these 17 calls, I'm not putting everybody in the same bucket, by the way, but after these 17 calls, I identified there's two different types of people out there. And I only want to help the people who are a mirror image of myself. So you might think, what the hell am I talking about? Well, I'll get real with you today because I've had a lot of calls, and out of those calls there's a certain percentage of people, of coaches, who are not willing to put themselves on the line. Okay, they're playing at their coaching business. They're doing things organically, but it's not working. They're putting content on that doesn't resonate. Banners, that just mean nothing. Messages that don't resonate. They have no understanding this coaching space is really, really competitive now. And they're not willing to put themselves out there. Now, what do I mean by that? When I say not willing, they're not willing to invest in themselves. Now, why is that? Why is that? Why are you not willing, a certain percentage of coaches out there, not willing to invest in themselves to progress their coaching business, to learn the tricks? We're in 2022. This is not 2021. Things have changed hugely. And if you don't keep up with those changes and go with the flow and plug in and stay on top of the competition, dead in the water. So what do I mean by all this? With these coaches, they don't invest in themselves, okay? There's reasons for that. That is because they are either scared it's not going to work out, scared they can't do it. They've been burnt before, they've been on other programs and it hasn't worked out. So why would they tread that water again? Why would they go there? They don't believe in themselves and they're not willing to become a business person that embraces issues, problems. We all go through hard times in our businesses. We all fall flat on our face from time to time. We have to pick ourselves up. So I want to help coaches who do believe in themselves. They are willing to take another risk, if they've been burnt before, if they can sense the opportunity. It's all about looking at what the opportunities are. They're willing to go the extra mile to get their coaching business off the ground. Okay, they're willing to recognise that the programs they've been on may not work because it doesn't include certain things. Okay, so basically, they're really scared of getting burnt again. And coaches are almost like, they're scared to even get on a sales call because they think they're going to be sold to. At the end of the day, we've all got a choice. We can get on a sales call. We don't have to be closed. We don't have to buy if we don't feel it's right for yourself, for ourselves. But when we do feel it's right for ourselves and we know it's a bit of a no-brainer and we're still not willing, I can put it down to three things. I've had all sorts of, I've got great responses this week, but a certain percentage who are not willing to invest in themselves, they say things like, I've got to check with my husband. Can you email me? I'm not ready yet. They just told me they want to get to like 10 clients in November. And then they tell me they're not ready. That's 4 months away. How can they not be ready now if they want the 10 clients in November? So it's all excuses because they don't feel that they are at this point in time capable, trusting. And even if you offer that, I've offered a 7-day free trial to some of these people and they're still not willing to take that risk. So this week alone, I've learned so much about my ideal client, and you need to in your space too. Learn who you want to work with and who you don't. I want to work with people, right, who actually believe in themselves. They may not have reached their goals yet, but they know they can. They know they want to go the extra mile to get there. They're willing to learn how to put content out. They're willing to learn how to get leads, okay? They believe they can do it. Now, I'll tell you one thing about me, and I'm going to, no messing around here. I know that I'm shit hot at what I do. I know, because I've been in marketing a long time. I've reached, I've risen so many mountains of knowledge. I run a lead agency. I run ads for coaches. And I know I'm good. I know I'm good, okay? I know my marketing is my passion. I know that I love my clients. I go the extra mile for my clients. I know if they're in trouble, I'll be there for them. So I've got no hesitation about taking risks or, investing, because I know I'm hot. I know I'm shit hot at what I do. So do you know whether you're shit hot at what you do? Are you confident? Because if you're not confident, it ain't going to work. So you need to build the confidence levels up. So if you haven't got the confidence levels, you need the passion to actually get those confidence levels up. And that comes with competence and experience. So a bit of a waffle. I wanted to say that because I now know even more this week about who my ideal client is. It's a mirror of my former self. How I was years and years ago when I've got 3 kids, but when the oldest 2 were really young, I was so much in debt. I was 30 grand in debt. I went through a mess. The whole life fell to pieces. I invested in a coach, which was $3,000 at that time. I won't name him, he's still out there after all these years. I invested very carefully because I believed in myself. I believed I could do this. Okay, my coaching business fell flat on its knees when my divorce struck. I had to pick up the pieces. It was a mess. Anyway, so what I'm saying to you guys today is I have got a system. I've got a system that produces tons of leads, and you're not spending 5 hours a day on social media. I mean, who wouldn't want that? It's changed my life. It's changing my client's life. I've been using the system for 6 months, and I spend half an hour on social media now a day. It used to be hours. I actually couldn't see my husband, couldn't see my kids, because I was always on social media trying to keep up with the posting, the messaging, the reciprocation, trying to like and comment. So if you are that person that believes in yourself, you might have been burnt on another program, you might have learned, but you're too scared to move forward. If you're a person that really wants to crack it online, there's really 2 things you need to do. You need to be getting leads in, and if you don't know if they're coming in a dribble, it ain't going to work, okay? Because there's other people ahead of your game out there investing in software, investing in coaching. So there's a lot of competition now, and it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying we need to be cleverer now. The game has changed. So if you are one of these people that do want to stay ahead of the game, you aren't scared of yourself. Haven't got these limiting beliefs that you need to go and ask your husband for the money. At the end of the day, this is your life, and you're doing this for your family. If you're one of these people that really want to have a look at what you can actually do to stay ahead of the game, in amongst all the competition out there, because we need the leads. We need to be seen everywhere. The more content, because this system is not just only an organic lead generation system. We put it on fire with Facebook ads. So don't be scared by that word, because Facebook ads, these are so simple. There's no funnels, there's no tech, but we literally light the fire up after we've got the organic automated system in place, installed in your system. We then light the fire with very, very simple and budget friendly Facebook ads. And that's only when you're ready and you've got the clients in and you've got the confidence to invest in a small amount on the ads platform. And I'm not talking about a lot. All we're doing is warming up our warm audience again, and we're getting seen everywhere online, because that's what it's taken these days. You need to be seen everywhere online. Because another thing I'll tell you, there's a lot of young guys coming out there, young girls coming out there, they know how to put content out. Okay, so the older generations are not so driven when it comes to, putting content out there. So we need cleverer ways, more automated ways, because us older ones, I'm not saying you're old, but if you are sort of, maybe 30 upwards, you're going to have kids, you're going to have families, you're going to have other commitments, maybe you've got another job, maybe you want a relationship with your spouse and you need time and you want time with your kids. The only way to do that is automating your system and saving that time. So I came on today because I had a massive kind of bolt lightning revelation that I know who my ideal client is, and that is a mirror of my former self. So who is your ideal client? Okay, think about it really carefully. So those of you who want to know about this automated lead generation, really simple, game changer. All I want you to do is comment yes below, and I will reach out and I'll tell you. Now, I'm going to tell you now, yes, there's an investment. So if that scares you, not for you, okay, walk away and carry on doing free YouTube videos, watching all the free content in my group, because there's stuff there, but it's not the answers. You're not getting the full jigsaw puzzle. Okay, nobody is going to give you the full jigsaw puzzle for free. Okay, you're dreaming if you think they are. And I'm being a bit rude today, I must admit. But if you are a realist and you know you've got to invest, and I'm not saying it's a great deal, it's a bit of a no-brainer really, but if you want to, and you're one of those people that don't want to sit on the fence and hope, manifestation is going to bring you these clients, the law of attraction is going to bring you a huge amount of clients. Well, I'm telling you now, it's not, right? I believe in that stuff, but you need a system. You need a system, and you need leads, okay? And then you need to nurture those leads into sales calls, okay? Sales calls on the calendar, and then you need to learn to close them. Now, I believe I'm very much a manifesting person, but I'm very much get off your arse and do the work, right? And I am literally being so blunt today. It ain't going to just happen sat on your sofa, okay, with a joss stick. I'm sorry, it's not. So get off your arse, have a look at it, do the work, and you will get the leads, and you will get the inquiries. You will learn how to nurture Messenger. You will learn how to close. But it takes a little bit of effort, and it takes an investment. That is the bottom line. So if those were I got people on the calls this week thinking I was just some kind of fairy from heaven that's going to give all this away for free. That's not the real world. So if you're one of these realists that want to get your business off the ground, you want to know how to make your life easier, and you want to get to that 10k to make your life easier and get time with your family, just comment yes below. I will show you how, okay? But I'm not getting on the phone with people who do not think it's not an investment, okay? So that's one of the golden rules. So comment yes below. I'm not normally this harsh. I've just had a huge learning curve this week. It's been awesome, but I've learned those sort of people that are willing to actually do something and those that are not, and they're happy really stuck where they are. They're quite happy in their comfort zone. It's uncomfortable for them, but they're not willing to move. So if you're one of the ones that are uncomfortable, willing to move, comment yes below. I'll reach out, jump on a call, okay? It's no big pressure. I ain't going to force you in a corner and try and get your credit card out, but I will tell you what it is, and I'll tell you the price. And we'll spend 10-15 minutes, and then the choice is yours. So comment yes below, and I will reach out. It's a quick workshop today. I just wanted to share and offload my experiences this week, and I want you to really think carefully who you want to actually work with. We spend too long chasing the wrong people that ain't ever going to turn into clients. So I want you this week to think, who is your ideal client? Are you wasting your time on people that are never going to invest in you? And I've even had people this week say, believe it or not, I've had people say, why do life coaches charge? Everybody needs a life coach. It's selfish to charge. Well, what can I say? I have no idea what to say to that, because if you don't invest in if your client doesn't invest in themselves, they're not going to bother. So if the more free stuff you give away, and I do give free stuff, but I certainly don't give the whole picture. What you see, you think you're getting the knowledge, but you're not really. You're getting bits, and it ain't going to work on those bits. So I would like to sort of say to those people that, even on my ads, I've had people say, oh, life coaching should be free. Really? Okay, give it away for free then. I'm not saying you shouldn't at the start, but your business, how can you give it away for free when people are not going to invest in themselves, not get the result? Anyway, you're going to get people like that out there. We've got to brush it off. I think these sort of people are just jealous that people like you and me are willing to put ourselves out there. We're willing to make ourselves vulnerable and get criticised online. That's fine by me, as long as they're kind of paying attention to me, good or bad, lovers or haters, fine by me. So comment a yes below, and I will reach out and I'll tell you about the system. And I'm super excited about this, really super excited. And those of you who are realists and really know that you want to get your business cracking, you've got to stay ahead of the game. There's masses of bloody competition out there now. Everybody in the dog seems to be a coach, but the good news is that most of them have no idea how to market. They're not willing to invest. So those of you that are, you will crack it, okay? Because understand that most coaches out there, they're not really business people. They're not really there. So anyway, I won't waffle. Friday afternoon, so glass of wine for me in our little local bar. So we're off to do that. So have a lovely, lovely weekend. Comment yes below and we'll have a 10-minute chat. Speak to you soon.